Hello, hello. Here we are again for another lesson with Kiko. And we're going to talk about bends and vibratos and some other stuff. But how to use bends and vibratos and always searching for the best vibrato, for the perfect vibrato. So let me say hi to everyone here. My friends, so many cool people as always. Every Thursday night, night here in Europe, 8 p.m. in Europe, I'll be here giving my best to show some guitar stuff for you guys. And so, bends and vibrato, I think it's one of the most important thing you have to learn besides everything else. But it's very important. It doesn't matter, if you know like tricks and techniques and scales and modes and pentatonics and several licks, but if you don't have a good vibrato or a good a band with a perfect intonation, then you have a problem. So, all right. So one of the well, first of all, I just want to ask your friends, go to the share and share with your friends and ask people to join us. And so I'm reading you guys here. That's why I'm looking there. But the most important thing is like be aware of your intonation, and then start practicing. I did 2 other lives, right? Live streamings here on my channel, talking only about the bands and how to practice. It's something that you can practice. Of course, it's good to watch other players playing and see how they do it, and then kind of incorporate the styles that you like the most. But you can practice and concentrate your practice only on the bends and the vibratos, the styles you can do bends, the styles you can do vibratos. So we're gonna, talk a little bit about this, and of course, the bends with a vibrato, because I saw a few questions about how to, play do a bend and at the same time a vibrato. So I think this is one of the good questions that I've seen here. And some people complain about the intonation. Some people complain that it hurts. It hurts because you're not playing enough. If you play enough, it's not gonna hurt. I'm telling you, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. You might get some, tendinitis if you play too much, but that's another conversation. The other problem that I see that you have to be aware is like a very fast vibrato, which is not so cool, I would say. Like super fast. Maybe here or there you could use, but it's not a cool thing. And also because it shows that you're nervous. You're kind of transmitting that you're nervous, and then anxiety. So you have to avoid those fast vibratos, not only for the sound, but also the feeling that, okay, this guy's kind of nervous, and then for you as well, to feel more relaxed. So the slower vibratos and slower bands gives you more control, right? So so just let me say hi here. Everybody's coming. That's good. Saying hi to everyone. No pain, no gain. You guys know that, right? So just play every day a little bit. It's always, it's better to play a little bit every day than a few hours on Sunday, okay? So it's always good to know that. So every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, just sit down and play a little bit, and then it will be way better than waiting for the perfect day that you have the, 3-4 hours to play or more. All right, so here I'm about the strings. That's a good question because I'm using 10-4-6, and those strings here, they're pretty old, so intonation is not that great. I have to change the strings. I'm too late for that, but that's also another conversation for another day. Okay. Okay, so first thing, let me answer that question about the bend and a vibrato right away. Okay, so to avoid any extra pain, so let's play E minor pentatonic here because it's easier here than doing a bend here. So let's go to the 15th fret. Okay, so like I said in the other videos, you can play the note. Try to, hear the sound of that note, and so no vibrato. Then of course the note's gonna die. So you can keep doing this. It sounds kind of boring, isn't it? So now you get the perfect intonation and second string. Okay. Good. Now we will do a vibrato without the bend first. So just to be sure that you can play the bend and you can play a vibrato. Then we're gonna mix them together. So let's get same note here, E. So remember, rotation movement is not up and down, although the strings is going to go up and down. The string is going up and down, but your movement will be more like a rotation movement, okay? This movement. You could do up and down. Sometimes we do for fun, but that's the best position, right? You're holding grab the neck like this, and now you can do straight note and slight vibrato, small movements. You can do it very slowly, just to feel the movement, and then you can practice slowly and faster. Once you get the slow movement, then you go to the fast movement, which is different than, I don't know how to do it, but like the super fast vibrato, sometimes I hear some, don't do this, maybe for a specific note, something that you really want that sound, but okay. And then you practice. You see, you can practice. You can be doing this, for a few seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute. Okay? It's a good practice. So now, and also it's a good practice for your hand, also for your ears, because now you know the sound of the perfect note, the E note, and that now you try to get that note with the vibrato. So yeah, the neighbors will love it. Yeah. Well, I know. Wedding singer Santorini, neighbors will love it. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah. I remember my parents like, what's going on with this kid? You know, he keeps playing the same song over and over and over, the same things forever. Right? So here, now, get to the note, hold there, and try to move now. My cat's freaking out. Well, I don't have a cat, so that's another problem. Yeah, you have dogs or cats, yeah, or kids, you know, they will complain, or parents, or neighbors, you know. Well, at least you don't play trumpet, right? So, or saxophone, or timpani, you know. It could be worse, you know. There's always a bright side. You see? Okay. So the difficult thing here would be holding for a long period, right? Or like Mike Chang giving some cash here. When band strings, it causes fret noise. If I touch neck strings over during the band, it's hard to avoid. How do I handle it? All right, so yeah, the fret noise. So this guitar, I don't have the stainless steel fret, so that you don't have that noise. You basically don't have that noise. And these frets, you have a little bit of noise. I don't mind that much, to be honest. I think it's part of the sound of the guitar, the characteristic of the guitar. But of course, depending if you're recording an album or after you play for a long time in a stainless steel fret, and then you say like, wow, it could be cleaner. This sound here, let me see. Can you hear? That's without the note. Can you hear this? This noise, right? Yeah, it's there. The other noise would be the other strings ringing, right? This. It's pretty Hendrix vibe, right? So depending on the situation, it's pretty cool, you know? I would say half and half. Sometimes it's not cool at all because you want to play clean, and half of the times will be cool to have this extra noise. And of course, if you're playing in a band with loud drums, bass, and the noise get all mixed up with the other stuff. I know it's not we're not playing classical music in a theater by ourselves, like an acoustic guitar. So I think you can play some noise, some extra noise. But if you want to avoid, it's good to know as well, of course. So I'm holding the strings with this finger, and then I'm holding the other strings with my thumb here. I mean, you can hear it because I'm doing this, but so now we have only the fret noise. Cool? Did I answer that? All right, doctor, my neighbors threw a rock through my window so they could hear it better. That's what I'm talking. That's good neighbors. Good neighbors. All right, so my thoughts on Sinister Gates. I love all the guitar players. Just by the fact they play guitar, they are awesome, right? But he's a great player, yes. So next step, so you play the vibrato, you get the note, you learn how to hold the other strings. So only the string that we will be playing the band. You're gonna hear, right? And now, one thing you have to pay attention, really, really important, really important. Um, uh, you cannot, when you do the vibrato, see, right? If you start doing the vibrato and the notes start to go down and it sounds flat. So, like something like this. I mean, don't do this at home. Poor neighbors now. You get the note, and then when you start doing the vibrato, you start going down. You see? And now it's flat because you're not able to, you have a specific, you reach the note there, and then your vibrato is like up and back to the note, up and back to the note. It's not like up and back a little, and then up and then a little bit down, and then start being flat, and then it's out of tune, and you don't want to do that, right? Good stuff. Does it make sense? All right, simple things, but sometimes people forget about those simple things, and then they're doing like a cool sweep picking arpeggio or something like this, and then the band is like flat. It's like, come on, just practice your band first, and you know, and sometimes it happens to be flat or to be sharp, you know, but you know, most of the time you should be on the spot. And then another thing, when you're like in a note like this, your vibrato always can only be sharp back to the original note, sharp right. So it's here, and then can be only sharp and back to the original note. But if you're playing a band, you can go up to the note and down as well. The only thing you have always to go back to that note. That's why it's important in the beginning for you to hear the note. So, okay, and then of course you're gonna apply more, you know, something more powerful or with more intention, like I just did, or more, okay, like cool, good. Let me know. Action is pretty low here. That was one of the questions. Yeah, it's pretty low in this guitar. How much time should a guitarist practice each of the techniques, like bends and vibratos? That's a good question. Advaya. I mean, this is like, should be part of your practicing all the time. The bends and vibrato, it could be like differently than other techniques. You could be playing with a backing track, playing along with a backing track, and but just paying attention on the bends and vibratos, you know, just to get the right intonation. That would be something you should do every day, you know. I can do for you guys a little bit and show what I'm talking about. What's your string action in measurements? I have no idea. Are you guys crazy? I have no idea. Like to get like to measure the thing. That's good for the techs. They do that. I just, you know, actually, I just get a guitar and I get the feeling that it's good or not. You know, I don't measure, you know, to be very honest. Right? Any questions about this? So now let me put the song "Dreamlike" from my album, and it's a Aelidian intro, but it's basically I can play a lot in the C sharp minor. to show you how you can use a backing track, and then you play single notes and just get the intonation and practice the vibratos and the bends. Slow. It would be slower. Right? Vibrato in each note. So here, you can, it's more delicate part, right? Slower. So your vibratos should be more delicate. Then, let me play this part. I want to talk and play. It doesn't and read at the same time. Doesn't work. I have to practice more, like reading, playing, and talking, and checking if everything's working. But the dynamic of the band, it goes down, and then of course my vibratos. I play with the band, so my dynamics also goes down. So it's more. Slower and more relaxed. Waiting more, like wait, vibrato, wait, vibrato, right? And then the band starts to get more forte, right? Gets more stronger dynamics. So then you start doing the vibratos with the band, and then you go up with the band. Let me show you this part, and you can see. So here, see, like, it wouldn't work like, could be, but or like, okay, going up. See? So you see, the vibrato helps to show the intention that you want to give to your melodies, you know. Of course, I was exaggerating a little bit, so you can see the contrast between the very, and then, and you see all the noises that comes with those. I believe this is guitar, you know. Although you could play more like Alan Holdsworth, super clean, and not using those, I would say like more Hendrix-like kind of intention, you know. But you can mix everything. I saw a question there about the Conquer or Die first 3 bands. I think that was the question. So it's basically when the solo starts, it starts here. See, right? And then, is it? No, it's sorry, it's not. It's here, and it's B. Sorry. So B. I don't know, I'm playing A major, but it's a minor. So B, A, G. So I start like a contrary movement. So the chords are going down and the solo is going up. And that's one of the basics of counterpoint, right? You know, one voice goes down, the other voice goes up. So we have, B and the third, so then A, the fifth, and then G, this major seventh, and then E, and then I play the E. Sometimes I do the half step just to save my tendons. No pain, no gain, I know. Right, so you see, it's very noisy, but I like. It could be much cleaner, like. But I prefer that. And I think when it's dirty, it's nicer. Is it good? All right, so yeah. Let me see the questions here a little bit. After the unison, okay. All right, so yeah, so then, I mean, it's so simple that I'm almost embarrassed to show. So then you have no. Sorry. Right? So it's like F sharp. When he plays the F sharp, I play what? What? When I play the F sharp chord, I play the F sharp note. When I play the F note, I play what? I play the F note. And then when the rhythm guitars play E, I play what? E. So basically, I'm playing the same thing as the chord progression. I'm playing with the lead guitar. But the difference is exactly there. Actually, it was a very good question, because the difference, it's only about the bends and the vibratos. So I'm playing the same thing, but I'm not playing like, or the way they would do in Naples, you know, but would be, right? F sharp, so I do the bend from F to F sharp very slowly, and then I go down to F, and then I play the E, but coming from the D sharp. So get the distance and get the right string. You see? Yeah. There's another. Probably have to practice this a little bit, you know, but. Right? See? So in this song, all the bends and vibratos are very exaggerated, you know, like trying to sound big, you know, because just a lead guitar and the band is pretty heavy, and then that's the way you take the lead, you know. Cool. I hope it was helpful. All right. So let me see the questions here. Oh yeah, the inverted bands. Yeah, actually I forgot to mention that. Yeah, you could do too. Actually, that's kind of what I do here. You know, so you can start from the band, but you don't play, which is harder because you play the note without hearing the note before. Because when you play a band, you can, okay, you have this, and then you can go until you hear the, okay, that's the correct pitch, so I can stop there. But when you have to do a reverse band, which is like you do the band without playing, and then yeah, so you need to feel better, like the position. Yeah, something like this. I always remember the you know, I forgot the name of the song, but the Jimmy Page, he uses that a lot, right? Oh. Right, that's the reversed band. So there's many ways to do bands. You can do like slow, very slowly. You can do like straight away, like you almost don't hear the curve, right? You can do like this, or right? Yeah, Start to Heaven. Yeah, so many songs from Jimmy Page. He used those. Yeah, the end of Start to Heaven, right? And it's pretty cool. Do you ever band with the pinky finger? I do sometimes, like this. The bands, no. The vibrato, yes. Bands, no. Maybe, you know, 1% of the time. But the vibratos, yes. Like this. The I should not play while reading this stuff. Yeah, about the floating bridge is another thing. It's a problem, actually. I know. Because every time you bend, the other strings, it goes flat. So let's say you're gonna bend here, you're gonna bend to the B, so play A, and then it goes to B. So have this. So imagine, like now you play the note B, now you bend the third string. So here, you see? Yeah, so that's a problem, right? So the only way to avoid that is like turning off the to mute your guitar, and then you don't hear what you're playing. The other way is to kind of compensate. That's the way I do. I compensate with my hand here. So it's not perfect, but after a while, like when you're playing a song, you kind of find a. So let's say, look. So I would something like this. But of course I would be playing both notes. So I would do like, I would compensate here. But it's not perfect because, you know, it's gonna be a little bit off. That's the way to do, I guess. But this is like if the song has a lot of those double stops, and if the song has like long double stops. If it's like a fast thing, you don't hear that much, and then it depends which strings. The E doesn't change that much. Like, you know, just a little bit, yeah. So I'm holding here. Cool. Poor neighbors and cats and parents and dogs. Good stuff. Can you say why you're not using a flying V? Because I don't know how to sit and play with a flying V. That's a very easy question answer for that question. I just don't know. Like every time, I don't know how to hold that guitar. You know, sometimes I get Dave's guitar and then try to play. Like it's so awkward, you know. But other models, yeah, I do have the SG and Les Paul and Explorer, and but just the Flying V is something that I never had one, and I don't have any. Maybe one day, gonna ask one from Dave. Maybe he has some there, you know. He has too many, so why not? Then I start playing, using it, you know. I know you have to put in between your legs. Yeah, anyways. I cannot play anything from the new Megadeth album. All right, guys. Any more questions about this? Was too simple? I will play a little bit more on that backing track so you guys can see how you can practice the bends and vibratos, right? Exaggerating sometimes, you know, like having the dynamics, you know, going really powerful, and sometimes like with the low dynamics, using those horizontal vibratos. You can do like circular vibratos, and that's very, very in a low dynamic part, and then using like very powerful vibratos and bends, and yeah. So in this song, it has the melody does like that's pretty. It's quite difficult to do. So now I'm playing more like a metal guy would do, but in the album I'm using a Telecaster, and I'm not playing. The vibratos are not that strong, you know. But now here I will play more like a metal guy. You can always practice to do the vibrato in every string. Okay, so yeah, exaggerating a little bit, maybe too much. Okay, so let me listen. Let me read what you guys are saying. Okay. Hey, John Robert, how are you, man? Okay. So guys, yeah, I think it was good for a simple. It's a simple thing, I know, but it's very important. As you guys could see, I was basically playing the pentatonic notes, a little bit of the melody of the song, and then discovering, exaggerating some of the bends and the vibratos, and that is one of the ways to practice this and keep doing over and over and over. And join us at guitarhacks.com. And I saw somebody asking about when it's gonna open the new group of students. Actually, gonna do next week or next, yeah. So the first ones in line will be, we're gonna send you guys emails about it. So just enroll in the guitarhacks.com and just subscribe to the channel. So it's good to say that, and like this and share with your friends. And yeah, so the two courses that I have, the workout, how to practice, and the 7th factor, which is about the modes and scales and all the feelings and sensations to compose and to improvise better, is there. So guitarhacks.com. And what else? Yeah, and then we do like lives answering the students every month. So yeah, thank you, Christine. And yeah, the link is there. So yeah, so next Thursday I will be here again. And thank you very much. And yeah, keep practicing and enjoying playing music and enjoying playing guitar. All right. Take care, everyone, and have a great night, great evening, everybody. Bye-bye.